Hi everyone. Welcome to English 0199 Fundamentals of College Writing. My name is Jacob Hale and I am your instructor for this course. If you have not already done so, I would watch the video that I sent out for English 1100 before this one. That one is going to be a little bit more thorough. A lot of the things that I would say in this video have already been said in that video, so I would check that one out first. I will be making these videos every week just to give you an overview of what we are doing in class. It is not required that you watch the videos, however, it is strongly recommended. It's just a good way for you to get a sense of what we're going to be doing in class and when different assignments are due and how I would like you to approach things. So, as you have hopefully already done, I would start with the Orientation Start Here tab on our Blackboard site. It looks like this. You don't necessarily need to read through all of this information. These are more so just resources for you in case you need them. If you have already looked at the Orientation Start Here tab for English 1100, it's basically the same thing, if not identical. So if you've already looked at it, you don't really need to look at this one. Just know that these resources are available to you in both of our course Blackboard sites. What you should spend some time looking at is the course information tab. You'll see some explanations of what the class is. We have our course syllabus here. The textbook is the same for both English 1100 as well as 0199, so no need to purchase any additional materials. Here is an explanation of how English 1100 and 0199 pair up. If you are in my Fundamentals of College Writing class, that means you should also be in my Comp 1 class. They are separate classes. You'll be receiving separate grades for them, but they are very much connected. A lot of the things that we'll do in this class are directly connected or inspired by things that we do in Composition 1. Here you'll find our course calendar and due dates, some info about me. This is the same as it is in 1100. You have a tab here to send me an email, send your classmates an email. Here's a description of the basic rundown of our class. Every week on Sunday or Monday, I'm going to send out a YouTube video in which I explain the week's activities. There will always be a discussion board post on Thursday of every week. Over the course of our semester, there will be 4 phone conversations that you will have with me. There are also 4 reflections workshops that you'll be working on. And then your final for this class is this final reflections assignment. Here I have some tips for success for English 0199. You'll notice here that it says watch our weekly collaborate sessions. Instead of doing a weekly live session, I'm just going to make the YouTube videos. I found that typically works a little bit better both for me and the students. Here's some info about navigating our Blackboard site. How long you can expect it to take for you to receive feedback on your assignments. And that pretty well covers it for our Fundamentals Blackboard class site. So now let's go ahead and go to our classroom over here on the left. And this is where you will find your weekly work. So we are in week 1, so I'm going to open up this folder. For this first week, if you have not already done so, look through the tabs that I just walked you through. And then we're going to look into the idea of growth mindset, which will be important to your success this term. And you're going to answer your first discussion board prompt. As I have already said, you will always have a discussion board post due by 11:59 on Thursday. For task 1.1, just poke around the Blackboard site, take a look at everything, make sure you know where everything is. If you haven't downloaded Microsoft Office yet, you can do that for free. Make sure to do that. If you need to contact Disability Services about any accommodations that you might need, make sure to do that. And once you've had a good look around and read through the course information, you can move on to task 1.2, which is introducing you to our major assignment, what is essentially our final for this class. You're not going to have a final essay or a final exam for this class. It's more of a project, and we're going to be working on this project over the course of the semester. You're going to be doing little chunks of it at a time so that when finals week rolls around, you'll basically have the project already done. So I'm going to read some parts of this to you. Much of your grade in this class is based on your ability to make steady progress on the final reflections assignment over the course of the term. Therefore, we will have a series of reflections assignment workshops, and these happen in weeks 5, 9, 11, and 14. Each workshop asks you to complete just a portion of the final. Completing all the workshops guarantees that the final reflection assignment will be essentially completed by the time finals week rolls around. The workshops help to avoid the scenario in which you are completing two major projects simultaneously for both English 1100 as well as this class. For now, I'd like you to take a look at the final reflections assignment guideline, which are over here on this tab on the left. In task 1.3, you're going to learn about the concept of growth mindset. Have a couple of videos here for you to watch, as well as this graphic organizer to take a look at. And once you have watched those videos and read through that information, you will then make your weekly discussion board post, which is task 1.4. For this post, you should aim for between 100 and 200 words. Again, it is due by 11:59 on Thursday. And in your post, I'd like you to start by offering an original definition of the term growth mindset based on your experience browsing the materials from task 1.3. Then I'd like you to think back to a moment of your life when you grew more adept at a certain skill. In other words, think about one of the strengths you possess today and write about the process of achieving the level of mastery that you currently have. Finally, I'd like you to explain your history as a writer. What do you think about when you think about writing? Do you believe you have viewed your writing skills through a growth mindset before? And then what are your goals as a writer for this term? Anytime you do discussion board posts, whether it be in this class or in Comp 1, always make sure that you're closely following the directions, answering every question that needs to be answered. You will potentially lose points if you skip over portions of the prompt. That is all that we are doing this week in fundamentals. You will be glad to know that very often fundamentals has a lower workload than composition 1. Composition 1 is pretty labor intensive. Fundamentals is more of a support class that goes along with composition 1 to ensure your success. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to let me know and I will help you out.